2-9 what the Giants showed you today is they went shopping for a scapegoat and they found one in their quarterback, and now Eli Manning goes to the bench, and Geno Smith, who you want to see a lot of, because the Giants know, really, what they're trying to tell you folks is that your future's now tied up in Geno Smith, who is a free agent at the end of the year, who you need to see at 2-9 in his last 5 games, because he's the guy you're looking at in the future. He's the guy. That's it. You need to see Geno Smith, because that's what you're dying to find out, is if Geno Smith, who couldn't play for the Jets, can be the Giant quarterback going forward. That's it. That's what Giant fans want to do. They want to put their head on their pillow and think about 2018 with Geno Smith. Mike in Bayport. What's up, Mike?
Mike, how are you?
What's happening?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things I'm going to miss are your rants, and that was one of the best ever. Thank you.
That one was heartfelt. That one was heartfelt, I promise you.
Mike, 2 quick things. One is, where is John Mara? Eli said he wasn't in the building today. And if Wellington was around, would this happen?
I can't answer that one for you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what John is thinking here. I don't know what any of them are thinking here. I don't know how they think this is what they want to sell to the city, to the sports fans in this city, who are the savviest, the smartest sports fans anywhere. You want to sell this garbage to the... Listen, this year's been
who's going to show up at these games?
This year's been a train wreck. We all know it. Everybody owns it. But the idea now that you're going to pin it on your quarterback, who has been the face of your franchise now since 2004 and has given you such glory and such distinction, you're going to pin this on him in the last 5 games? You're going to make this about his performance? You have not done your job as the general manager. You've done a terrible job as a head coach, and you're going to pin this on a guy who has draped this franchise in distinction and has brought them some of their greatest days. You're going to pin it on him. You're going to break his streak without him getting hurt. He's gone out there and take hit after hit, and you're going to go out there and break this guy's streak at 210 games so that you can play Geno Smith at quarterback. That's what you told this guy this week, that you had a better chance. You looked this quarterback in the eye and told him that your team had a better chance to win with Geno Smith than him. What do you think he thinks of you as a head coach? Frank in Connecticut. What's up, Frank?
How you doing, Mike? Mike, I've never been so appalled in my life. He said he wants to evaluate him like he's Peterman on the Bills. I mean, are you kidding me? The Bills would kill for him right now. The Jaguars would kill for him right now. The Chiefs would kill. Andy Reid should call him right now and tell him, please tell them to release you so you can come here tomorrow and help me win here. And you know what? The Jets were a laughingstock, their front office, for the longest time when Rex Ryan was in charge. And you know what? Rex Ryan was even smart enough to know that Geno Smith sucks. He cannot play quarterback over Eli Manning. Eli Manning, I know he has integrity. I know he has respect. He should walk out of there right now.
No, listen, he's got a job to do. He's getting paid a lot of money. He's got to finish his job, and he'll do it professionally. He'll do it the way he always does everything. He'll handle it with class. He'll do what he's supposed to do. Okay? He did what he wanted to do today. He protected his streak, which they knew he would do. They knew exactly what he would do when they offered him that. They knew he would protect his. They knew he would not want to tarnish his streak. So, they told Eli, you can play, but we're going to pull you. Well, what if we're winning the game and I'm playing well? You going to pull me then? You told that guy who's been your quarterback since 2004, you're going to pull him no matter what? What if you were winning the game? You're going to pull him anyway? How would you tell this guy who has been your quarterback since 2004 through every possible situation, has 210 games, has won 110 of them, regular season games, has won another 8, has won 2 Super Bowls? You're going to tell him, I'm pulling you at half no matter what's going on? That's how you're going to treat him? You're a clueless second-year coach, and that's how you're going to tell that's what you're going to tell your quarterback? That's what he deserves in the 12th game of a disastrous season? He deserves that it gets dumped on him? That you had the goal to get up there and say your best chance to win is with Geno Smith? or with a player who's never played before against a quarterback who has thrown for 50,000 yards? Caruso and Wall, what's up, Caruso?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
What's happening?
Not much. Looking at this from the outside, I've struggled with Giants fans that I knew. I'm a Jets fan, and not all of them, but a lot of them, I had to argue with them, telling them how lucky they are to have Eli Manning as a quarterback. And to see this happening today, I mean, what a blunder by the Giants. What a mistake. Even if it was the truth that they want to look at getting a big-time quarterback in the draft, what better guy would you ever want to have on the team when the new quarterback gets there except Eli to help him along? And I just don't get it, what they're doing. It makes no sense. And Eli, if you're out there listening, the Jets, we'd love to have you. We'll take you today.
Well,
today.
listen, I want him to. This is what I want him to do. This is what I want this to be, because this is the fitting end of the day. You don't want him on a team anymore. You got your two quarterbacks you got to play the rest of the way. Okay? Release him today. Send him packing. Get him out of the building. He's the reason you're 2-9. Get him out of the building today. Release him. Let's see if somebody picks him up. Let's see how the rest of the league feels about him tomorrow morning. Giants wouldn't have the guts to do that. They'd be showing up for the fools they are. John joins us. What's up, John?
Hello, Mike. I've been an Eagles season ticket holder since 1974, and I kind of always have respect for the Giants, the front office, the Maras, the way they run their franchise. I can't believe it. This is unbelievable. All he's done for that city. This is unbelievable. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. I really feel for the fans of the Giants. I really do. And I know the Eagles have had some success the last few years or against the Giants, but it wasn't Eli's fault, believe me. He was a professional, and I really hope he lands on his feet, which I think he will, and he'll be back in the playoffs soon, I'm sure.
Well, we'll see what happens, but you know what? I cannot. Some days you're just shocked by things. This one stuns me, that the Giants blessed this, that the coach looking to blame somebody, looking desperately to pin this on somebody, to try and say, to throw one big enough to the alligators so they don't eat you. You know what? I could see a coach make a mistake. The idea that the GM blessed this and the owner blessed this is hard to fathom. Bob joins us. What's up, Bob?
Hey, Mike, I'm so upset. The only good thing is, honestly, it happened in these next 15 days so you can process it with the fans that really struggling with it. Because I look at this and I just think, like, the janitors just fired the CEO. Like, the general that won us so many wars, gave me so much joy, just got fired by a foot soldier who can't shoot straight. And honestly, I've never felt, I was born a Giants fan. My first dog's name was Gifford. I've never felt this way. I almost feel like those fans who wants to burn their jersey, but there's no name on the back. I've never felt that. I feel like, truly, my relationship to the Giants is completely changed as of 1 hour ago. And maybe that changes in 10 years, but it won't change tomorrow or next year or the next 5 years. It won't.
How could they have, forget having so little regard for the player. Think about what they just did to their own history. What they just did to and this player who has never, ever done anything except go team first, done nothing except really cloak this franchise in honor in everything he's done. And you're telling me with 5 games to play in this miserable season, after he sat here yesterday and said, hey, we're going to work hard. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to help this team. We're going to try and win every game we can. We care. We care about people's jobs. We care about what the reflection is, what it means. We're going to go out and play the best football we can because that's what we are. I'm a football player and I love it. He told you that at 2-9. He didn't say, you know what? We got to get better coaching. He didn't do what they're doing in Dallas today, saying they didn't make the right halftime adjustments or there has been no discipline. He didn't say that about his coach, who's been there all of 2 years. who's vulnerable, who absolutely is hanging by a thread. He didn't do that to him, even though he's been there since 2004, and he's been a star forever in this town. He didn't do that. They turned and did it to him. Bob in Manalapan, what's up, Bob?
Mike, how you doing?
Good, what's up?
First of all, I'm very upset also. You know, I tell my two grandsons to always watch Eli. See the way he acts, see the way he talks, and to be like Eli because he's really what a true pro, decent human being acts like, okay? And you always want the best for your kids. And Eli is the perfect example. I'm shocked that the Giants fans, who happen to be older than Jet fans because they've been there longer, will not erupt over this and cause a problem with the ownership. What do you think?
You know, I don't know what I don't know what demonstration, and I'm not expecting them to do anything like that. But the reaction you've heard from them is, and I understand, you know, when they're going badly, you got fans who are yelling about Eli, and that's what happens. But the minute you go to touch their player, you've heard the reaction today. And you've also heard from the folks who never call, who want to voice how badly they feel. And these fans are hurt and they're angry because that's how much this guy's meant to this franchise. And if he's done, and you're telling us he's done, and you're telling us he's done when you want to replace him with Geno Smith, who's not anybody's answer, a quarterback, then what you're telling me is he's done. So release him. And see what the rest of the league says about him being done. You don't have the guts to do that. They don't have the guts to do that. That would come back and smack them right in the face. That's what I would do if I'm Eli. I'd go in and say, hey, how about releasing me today? Let me get out of here. Thanks. It's been sweet. You just made your point. You sat me down after 210 games. You made me sit down. Now let me leave. I'll get out of your hair. Now let's see how the rest of the league reacts to Eli Manning. Giants don't have the guts to do that. Jerry Reese doesn't have the guts to do that. John Mara doesn't have the guts to do that. But you sure made him the scapegoat for this season. You sure made him the guy who you want to put it on him. You put in a season where you haven't benched players who have quit on the field. You didn't take players off the field who quit on the field, and you took this player down. Shame on you. Back after this.